Hey everybody. So I'm just getting live here on Instagram, live here on YouTube. So Monet Men, sorry, Jen. I'm not like up on what they're called. Yeah, I'm like trying a couple things. I'm recording on a different computer. I'm live on my computer and on my phone. I feel like Jessie Lee, like I'm live all over the place. So I figured I would start a little bit early to get people like, get your drink. I've got my drink. I can answer some questions, have some fun. I'm not going to play any music because then we'll have copyright issues. So interesting that when I was live on YouTube on my phone, I had the option of all these fun filters. And I want to see, I guess that you don't have that option on your computer. That's stupid. Who? Look at me. Me? Yes. Hello. This is me like on a normal day when I'm not being Barb. just me. So yeah, I do need to get my eyebrows done. You can see. Hey everybody on Instagram. Oh, Instagram, you're rivaling. I will tell Barb that you said hi over here, Red Sox fan. That's so funny. I dated a guy way back in the day whose like username was Red Sox something. Isn't that funny? It's not you, is it? Thank you. I actually got this from my friend's boutique. She used to sell LuLaRoe, and then she left and started her own legitimate business. Isn't that fun? Hi, Lazy Wazy Avery. You did tell me your name. Avery. How did I not? I'm going to just quit. I'm going to quit. I will not, unless this goes longer than an hour, I will not be staying on for the full lot, for the full thing, because like, I just can't. Like, I just can't. But I am going to be recording the whole thing, and then I will be doing a reaction, a commentary on it. So you can look forward to that. So pretty sure it was... Okay, well, then good. Dave Kayo, thank you for joining the fan club. So glad that you're here. All right, let me see. I tried to get into the Zoom a little earlier, and they had another meeting in session. So let me see if I can get in now. All right. Oh, shit. Hold on. I got to get out of here. Hold on. I got to leave. Give me a hot second here. Talk amongst yourselves for just a moment because my real name came up on this Zoom. We can't be having that. No, we cannot. How are we all doing tonight? Is this for the Men of Monat call? Yes, this is for the Men of Monat call. So we're super excited to hear from these men who, especially the man who voluntarily left his job and is now pretending like he did it.
It's going to be good. Good night. Yay, I see some couples. Hi, Jeremy and Mel. I see you guys.
Okay, there's 48 people in here.
So fun. Okay. Let me make sure I see Britt. Yes, she's here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey guys. What's up?
Hi. Look at how cute you guys look.
Can you hear
Thanks
this?
for one-upping me with the shirt.
Yes, like, this is the firefighter dude.
You know, I wear whatever's laid out for me.
All right, so they're currently 63.
Right.
The number keeps going up.
Right? you know the drill.
Okay, so to answer...
Okay, well, we're excited. We can't wait. Okay, let me get Meg going. And then we'll be ready to go.
So to answer a question I did get earlier, I am not going to be bombing. I'm not going to... I'm just here to observe and see what on earth they have to say.
Galen. Hi, guys.
Maybe my husband will hear this and be like, you should join.
We're almost there. We're almost there. 6 o'clock. So I'm going to give it 1 minute and then
We're almost there. Baby, I'm
almost
there. Oh, Jen, I'm so sorry. Ugh, that is really rough.
Oh, Brady's muted again. I got you.
Let me wave to all of you on Instagram, YouTube. If you would like,
out here
let me turn.
Cat screaming in the background. I'm like,
let me turn this garbage down for a second. I went live earlier to talk about if you join the fan club. I've got 2 exclusive videos that'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks. That'll be just for fan club members only. One is Barb making puppy chow and sharing the recipe, and the other one is an exclusive music video.
So good.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I have the live transcript enabled. I'm going to hit record as soon as I confirm that Megan and Randy are here because they need to be here. So let's see.
We're here.
We've been here. Oh!
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, you guys.
What I find interesting is the last one they did, they were all together. Now they're not. What is this, a COVID thing?
We got a new one I have to get for you.
Can we just call out this miracle right now that none of us have our kids running around in the background? Somehow,
Yeah.
they're running around in the background, making a bunch of noise. So
But
it's a good night so far.
it might not last long, so we're going to go ahead and record and get to it. Okay, we want to respect your time as well.
Please,
so
thank you
I'm going to hit record.
for only
and
respecting
then
my time.
Brittany and Nestor are going to take it away. So 1 second.
Oh, they're recording. I should just ask them for the recording, and then I'll do commentary on that.
Progress. This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry, I just.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're so excited to have you here tonight. We cannot wait to share our stories with you. We hope that you guys leave this call honestly feeling inspired, getting
not
some
gonna
more
work.
information maybe you didn't know, and just feeling like you can relate to.
Do you guys
either
want
one
to
of us
see it,
girls
or do you
our
just want
husbands, because
my
they're just
face?
going to share from their hearts, you guys. They're not professional speakers. They're going to share with you.
Yes,
a lot of the
Duma
things
Loop,
that maybe
I
your
want you to
husbands
ask.
or some of your prospects may have thought or are
Hi,
thinking
Sheila.
that will hopefully enlighten you. So, Brady and Nestor, why don't you guys go ahead and start?
Oh my God, his name's Nestor. I can't.
Okay,
Why am I
gonna just
whispering?
keep it short and sweet on my part, you guys, because this is Meet the Men tonight, and I want you to hear from my husband Nestor and his perspective on this business. But let me just kind of
He's not being
share
held
with
hostage
you
or
a
anything.
little bit about our story or how I got involved with this. I am now
My parents
going
were
into
rich.
my 5th year of doing this business, you guys, and it feels like I just signed up yesterday. That's how fast it has gone by. That's how
Really?
exciting it has been, and that's how much fun I have had.
Or is that how many people
where
have
it
quit
feels like
Monet?
it was a blink of an eye, and here we are. But let me tell you this. I took a chance, and it has totally changed our life. And that's the first thing that I want you to remember. And he's going to touch on that. But sometimes we let fear hold ourselves back. Sometimes we let other people's opinions hold ourselves back. Or sometimes we have all these different
Oh no, you're
things
just
that
seeing.
hold
Okay, that's not
ourselves
working
back.
out.
But tonight I want you to really just sit back
You're
and
probably just
ask
seeing the-
yourself, what's the big deal? Why not give something a shot? Why not take a chance on something new or something different? Something maybe a little unconventional that you really didn't think that you would do? When I first joined this business, all I did was want to bring this man home just a little bit, you guys. He was working for the LA City Fire Department, and that's what I wanted to do, was just not have him work overtime. I was in the thick of it with my toddlers, and I thought, maybe I could do something. And not only bring him home a little bit more, help him financially, but give myself something. In motherhood, we sometimes tend to lose ourselves, or we get stuck in a rut of like Groundhog's Day.
So I'm trying to see the comments
It's
here.
all babies, right? Or children. It's just day in, day out. And I just wanted something that I could do
He
for
is being held hostage. Yeah.
And those were just some of the things that made me want to even begin to look
Blink
into
twice.
something like this. But you guys, throughout it all, I thought, what can I do? Maybe I could become a real estate agent. Maybe I can become a notary. Maybe I can become a wedding videographer. Maybe I can start a blog. Maybe I can start a YouTube channel. I tried it all, but nothing truly worked.
Until I
And
discovered
everything that I
scamming.
wanted always directed me back to direct sales.
And then one day I
this
was washing
industry,
my
when it came
hair.
to the time freedom, the flexibility of when I wanted to work, how long I wanted to work. It was all there. The income cap, there's no income cap, right? You can make as much as you want, as little as you want. So there was all these things that kept directing me back to this industry. I was one that
Everyone
said,
leads
I'm
back.
never doing this. I am not going to be the one on my social media selling anything. Yet here we are today. Like I said, it changed my life. But I'm going to let this man share.
I just want to say there's
and
180
give you a
people on
little
this
bit of
call,
his
and I gave out at least 25 links. So.
Hey, my name is Nestor, and I'm going to start off with an apology because we just did a call not that long ago, so I wouldn't want to watch me twice. So I'm going to apologize to those people that are on here. But with
I
that
don't want to
said,
watch you
I'm gonna keep this
once.
short within 10 minutes, and just quickly share a couple things that I think are important things that I lived through while she was doing this. I'm gonna fast track our story, right? And we joke around. I'm like, geez, you finally paid off, right? You didn't work for 10 years of our marriage, and now it's like, all right, cool. Now this has kind of changed a little bit. But when we first started, I was kind of just whatever about it. I wanted her to do something because I know that she was at home with the kids, and I think hands down her job was way harder than mine, and it took me a while to swallow that. But once I did, and she started doing that,
You're a freaking firefighter.
Sales.
Please tell me how her job was harder than yours.
Morale changed, and she was part of a group. She was a part of a community, and it wasn't, honestly, at that time, it wasn't about the money. It was about getting other moms together or friends together and just sharing something that they really liked. And I was just happy with that. And then it turned into more and more. And fast forward till today, we've seen incredible growth, not only for us, but just, close friends, like we're on this call.
Yes, Sheila.
And we've seen it change lives. And that's been pretty incredible, even being on the sidelines.
Can you elaborate on how it changed lives? And if the answer is anything other than money.
Kind of touch on was the struggles I think that she went through, and I on the sidelines went through, because I think as a husband, right? You kind of feel your wife's pains, you join in her successes, and seeing her kind of go through these struggles were tough.
What struggles?
Started, she had to post about the things she was doing, and I thought she was really good. She did her videos and all that stuff, and I thought that was great. But
like,
with every
what struggles?
10 good comments, there was that comment, right? And then on a grander scale, it turns into more and more. And I would see her go through these comments, and I'd see how it.
I want to see what you're saying.
And I think that she could have easily, and I probably would have been okay with it at any point for her to say, you know what?
Can you guys hear? Do you want me to face the camera towards it?
I don't like what I'm getting back from this, and yeah, maybe make a little money, but I don't like the way it feels. And honestly, I would have supported her and said, you know what, no problem. I obviously still have my job. I can keep working. But she had a bigger vision than the right now. And she pushed through a lot of that. And then even today, right, we get all types of stuff. And for what we believe, the product, the company,
what you believe. Okay.
I'm super proud of her because
she can scam like the best of them.
What she believes
She's
in.
a good scammer.
I kind of feel like that. I kind of feel like it's pretty hot, actually. I'm like, that a girl, I think that's awesome. So as a husband, I'm super proud of her for.
He just said, I think it's kind of hot, actually.
What she really wanted in the end. And pursuing.
Yes, Cindy Harris is a hospice worker. So when he talks about struggles, like, I don't want to hear it.
Support you, and then there's going to be people that just don't. It doesn't matter what you do, honestly. There's always going to be
I'm totally in this call, but I'm muted.
And the why not?
Yeah, I'm recording because I'm going to do a reaction video.
And the people that push
like next week
that and really see that through, I think, become successful, or at least a better chance at being successful. So,
okay, Daisy Crazy got it.
I think that there's always.
If you want the link, I can post it in my. I can post it in my story.
I think. I have to.
I don't know how to do that.
And we talk about that because I hate it, because I know what that means. That means, hey, I have to talk to my husband, and he's probably not going to want me to do it. It's going to be however much down to buy this thing. Plus, there's now it takes the time away from my family because I gotta talk about it and promote it, right? And that part really kills me because I think as a man, it's our duty to support our wives just like they support us. And it's a teamwork that really works, right?
So Barb should hit on her husband. Oh, yeah, Nestor. Nestor's so sexy.
From money, it's going to be from social media shame and the spouse approval or disapproval.
We're up to 217 people now.
And with that, I've told her plenty of times, right?
I wonder how many of them are us.
For months and months, every time in bed. I think sometimes I kind of just acted like I was tired, so I didn't have to go through the talk. But
I just realized my name is Dean.
What's your social media?
It's a she/her.
Honestly, you're getting a couple hundred likes. Cool. Is that making you any money? Who cares? What if half of your followers walked away because they didn't like what you were promoting? Who cares? Is that going to change your monetary value for your social media? Maybe you might get a cool shirt. They give you some board shorts to take pictures in. Cool. But in the end, is it really doing anything for you when you could actually turn this thing into something incredible, not only for you, but for other people, and have that community and growth? And I think that really is a big fear. And I think Megan's really going to talk about that. And I think that stepping out of that box, stepping out of
Jesus did wear their jewelry.
into something that maybe you might not know about, but where it could lead, almost like the mystery of it. I mean, I think that's pretty incredible. Really,
Just like the
losses,
mystery of
not
Jesus
very much,
Christ.
because any other business, you have to, I mean, think about opening your own business.
Right.
All the
Followers
permits you have
definitely
to do, all the
matter.
money that you
And
have
I
to
appreciate
spend, the
all of
rent
you
that
being
have to-
here.
the
This is
product that
amazing.
you have to have in order to be successful. And I kind of feel like when I work out, I cannot for the life of me work out without pre-workout. I'm mentally messed up. But I spend that $80 and I get some protein and I get some pre-workout, and now I'm like, I spent $80. I'm gonna work out. I refuse to let that go to waste, right? You spend a couple $100 on a product pack and you have the capability of being a millionaire. That blows my mind.
No, you don't have the capability of being a millionaire, you jackass.
Spend a little bit
Sorry.
to potentially change your life. That to me it's kind of a no-brainer, right? I mean, if you're on this call and you're even thinking about doing this, it really is a no-brainer. What's the loss here? And I don't really think that it's much if you really have that vision.
What's the loss here, guys? I can't
think
wait
that
for my
this-
reaction
This
video.
whole opportunity, I think the biggest thing that
What's
that
the
we found
loss
from
here?
this is our time freedom. I was never like a big
Buzzword, take a drink. I'm out.
And I'd pick up
Every
shifts
time they say a
and
buzzword,
stuff.
take a drink if you're drinking.
He just doesn't remember he was an overtime guy.
That's not true.
Who cares? You're a firefighter. You're literally saving
I went
lives.
back and that's what I had in my mind. I'd be
Right?
gone for
Danielle,
2,
what's
3
the
days
loss
at a
here?
time. But really the time that I'd come back home.
And let's not
after the day,
forget
I
that
was
her
falling
dad
asleep.
is
So really,
super
time
rich.
to, like,
So
my
it's
next
not
day.
like she built
And
this
so
fortune from
for
Monet,
us,
okay?
In the beginning, it allowed me to just work my shifts and be home and really be present with my
Since
family,
you
know?
retired from
And
the
I
fire
think that
department,
they
did you get
noticed
to
when I
keep
wasn't-
benefits and your retirement
I was
pay?
tired of working so much. I think that I changed some, or at least I like to think that I did.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pause.
And ultimately,
I'm gonna
now
come back.
home
My
all the
daughter's
time,
being
you know,
difficult.
and that
I'm still
to me has been
recording.
the most
Actually, I'm just gonna leave
incredible
this up if y'all want to keep
blessing
chatting.
that
But
I have. That might
if
not be
me
what
being here
every
is what
person
does
started
it,
out
I'm
with,
just gonna
but
keep it
it's
up. I'm gonna go get my
maybe a
son ready for
man's
bed,
heart to be
and I'm wearing
home,
like
right?
booty
I mean,
shorts. So I'm
I
sorry. I'll be
understand
right
that, but
back.
It might be extra family trips together. It might be more date nights. It might be time to take your kids to a ball game or something that maybe you didn't have before. And I think that that's what it's done for us. And you know, she'll tell you that the baby we have, he's mine. You know, like he sleeps in her bed and he wakes up and he calls for me, and that honestly just makes my heart melt when he's at the top of the stairs and tells me, "Daddy, come get me." And I love that, honestly I do. And I don't think without her doing this, I wouldn't have that opportunity to spend that time and him really see that relationship with me. I don't know. I just think it's incredible. You know, I just went fishing with my son, and that's not even a big
I'll
deal.
be back.
But me and him on the water.
Y'all just enjoy
And
it.
he was making fun of me because he's like, "Dad, you're not even catching fish.
Well,
You're just
he,
taking pictures."
he went fishing with his son on a Wednesday morning, you know, which is not typical.
Yeah, you know, and he's like, "You're just taking pictures of me," and I'm like, "Dude, I could take pictures and videos of you all day long. I am 100% okay with that." And it's just the opportunity that I have, that she's given me to really do this. So I think in summary for me, honestly, I think that the spouse has a very big impact on the success or failure of the one trying to do this. I think that when I love to cook, but more than that, more than the actual cooking, the presentation of it, right? It takes me like 2 hours to make a meal and then like 10 minutes and it's over. But I love to see when my kids are like, "Dad, this is really good," or she kind of gives me like, that means it's good, and I'll take that. But it's just the time that it takes to do these things, right? And to me, when she gives me the like, "No, this is really good," that to me is like, oh man, that's awesome. And that's on such a small scale, right? So imagine whoever's trying to do this is looking for their spouse for approval. I mean, you could make or break this thing honestly for them. A couple $100, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money to anybody, but it's more than that. It's what you're pouring into them, right? Because that could be something that they will always remember. Maybe I didn't succeed, or maybe it didn't go good, but I remember that you backed me. You had my back 100%, and that meant the world to me, right? Or they do succeed, and this thing becomes incredible, right? And you were the one that helped them through it all. So I think as a whole, I think that this has been, not the smoothest road, right? Because I don't think that anything worth gaining is easy, but I think that we've been through a good road, and I've always supported you, and now it's your time to support me.
That is true. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't even know. I'm like, should I say anything else? Or should I just pass it along?
Pass it along.
Okay, I'll pass it along. That was so good. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, well, next up, you guys, Connie and Phil. We love this couple so much. And I remember it must have been the first Monat trip we went on. It was our director's retreat in Arizona. And we were sitting at this lunch, and we were the newbies there, you guys, brand new. We didn't know anybody. And Phil stood up. He's like, can I make a toast or a speech? Do you remember that, Con? And he stood up and he made this speech, and he has such a way with his words. And I was blown away that this man's at this table with all these strangers, yet he was giving these words and sharing his wisdom. So I cannot wait for you guys to hear from this couple. We love you guys so much.
Oh, I love it. Okay, well, I was just going to say, all right, we're done. That's all you need to hear, because
Nestor, you covered it, man.
Literally killed it, Nestor. And you're just you. You're being so genuine. I'm like crying. I know your story, and I'm like sweating and getting teary-eyed and inspired and encouraged. And we're going to just jump into ours, and we're going to do it a little different, because you guys, here's the thing is, Randy, Phil, and Nestor all have the same thing they're saying for the most part, right? And so I want to do it in a different way with us. I'm going to do like the Q&A with Phil with just some of the things I've heard that you guys ask about as market partners or potentials, and how we actually work the business. Because you might be curious to find, I saw some of you in the chat saying, well, what does he do to help you get market partners, and what numbers is he pulling? And I'll tell you right now, all three of them, maybe Randy might be stepping into a little more, I don't know. They're not doing any piece of that for us, for our businesses, and yet we are where we are, and we've been able to thrive without them actually literally knowing what MMB is. Or, I mean, you might ask Phil, and he'll still probably not really honestly know very much about any of those ranks, and that should encourage you that you don't need to have your husband be in all the ins and outs. There's different ways they can support you to get where you need to go, and if they can jump in and run the business with you, great, but we'll talk about that in a sec. So before Phil shares, I'll just tell you how I jumped in. It's because Brittany and I went to go meet up and talk about home births. So much like many of you, nobody wakes up, when they're little and says, you know what, I'm going to go into social selling. Like Nestor was saying, this is really new for most of us, right? Who are in our 30s and older. We didn't grow up with this. So naturally, husbands, we get it. We understand why it's kind of like weird to you, because you were taught, just like all of us, that you go work really hard, you get a job, you go to college, and then you go do, you do the things, and you climb the corporate ladder or do whatever, and that's what we were all raised like. So I understand that it can come as a shock when your wife says, I want to go sell beauty products on, social media. Okay, well, what the heck does that mean, right? We get it. Like, we all started with this whole notion of never thinking this is where we would be, but we did what you're doing tonight. We got on the calls, we listened, we asked questions. So I appreciate you taking your time tonight to do that with us. When I jumped into the business, this is what I said to Phil. Hey, babe, I want to join this new company. It seems like I'm all excited. How I am, my personality, everything's exciting to me. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And what'd you say?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. In that exact tone, probably exactly that way. And I think it was $249 at the time. If anyone remembers, that was the lowest product tax. It was $249. He's a pastor. I'll let you tell a little bit about that. We had no money in our bank account. Long story short, this was not the season of life. We just had a baby to be starting a business. And I had just come from another company, okay? Which leads me into, this is why he said absolutely not. So why did you say absolutely not?
Yeah, so the backstory is we had just sold everything that we had and downsized our lifestyle so that we could afford to pay for infertility treatments. Didn't end up having to do that because God blessed us with the baby naturally, and that ended up being our journey. But I want to set the stage for living in like a 2-bedroom apartment, and your mom's living with us, you're pregnant, and she says, I want to start this new business venture. And as a husband, I'm thinking I need to protect her and, help her to not stumble into another, whatever it might be, business, that she's going to end up failing. She worked the other one really, really hard, and she's like, this is the one, I know this is what I'm called to do. And it just didn't pan out. And so, I don't know what came over me. It might have been the Voxers that Brittany was going back and forth and saying, Phil, did Phil just say sign up? Did Phil just say sign up? And it was like, okay, maybe I need to like loosen up here. And I remember we came up with this agreement of saying, okay.
Wait. You need to listen to this, because if any of your husbands are telling you no, or your prospects' husbands are telling you no, this is a good middle ground, okay?
Everything's a negotiation, right? In a marriage, in a relationship, in raising kids, it's always a give and take. And so learning that, I said, okay, well, maybe I don't need to be the one that shuts down the dream, because what if she is?
Oh my God, you guys stayed?
So we began this negotiation.
I really can't believe you guys stayed. Okay. Do you want me to turn it back to the screen? I don't want you to lose.
We end up losing.
What do you want me to do?
That's not that bad. Not that big of a deal, for us at the time. Now, if you're on the call
Just
and you're like,
glad that
man,
I'm
that's a really
recording.
big deal to us, like that would set us back months and months and months. Totally understand that. But for us, it was a little risk for a big gain in reward. And so I said, if you don't make your money back in the first 3 months.
No, I think it was literally in 30 days.
Yeah, it might have been 30 days.
It was not.
Is it okay if I turn it to me?
Basically, like if you don't make your money back quickly, then
I'll quit.
Then you know that it's not worth it. And I think it gave her skin in the game.
Yeah.
It set a fire under her, saying like, I better make this work if it really is the opportunity of my lifetime. And the rest is history. But it was hard work. It was sacrifice.
No,
and
she
here's the
didn't.
thing that took me from skeptic to believer is I began to see her work ethic, began to see her.
I refilled my drink too. Are you all drinking? Are you drinking with me?
Learn more about the company that she was now putting so much time and effort into building, and the business she was building, and began to see the success. The more success, and honestly, the more that she continued to advance,
because you scammed more people.
Sacrifices
right.
that we needed to make, and that I needed to make.
I want you guys to be able to see it. Okay, is this good? There we go.
Maybe some of the husbands are like, I don't want my wife, to be taken away to do these things, or I don't.
Who's
I don't want her
Pamela
going on these
Pumpkin?
different things
She does that like Halloween exercise.
Put the kids to bed, or that I have to take an extra meal, or I have to be the one that orders Instacart to do groceries.
I'm on it, Cindy.
Like I just began to embrace those sacrifices, knowing that we're a team, and
oh, Amy, you are living on the
run
edge.
a successful business.
Here, is this a good setup? Is this good?
I needed to sacrifice on my end in order for her to have more time freedom to grow the business.
I hope somebody screenshots this.
It became a team effort, right? Like I learned how to use Instacart and order groceries. I learned how to find recipes.
I'm like, I'd love for you to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
DoorDash,
please do, Venus.
And do Tuesday night.
Meredith, I'm so glad that you're entertained. Hey, Andrea. Andrea's on, everybody. Andrea's my moderator. She's amazing. No, I don't think Pamela Pumpkins has anything to do with David S. Pumpkins.
In the long run, in the long term, we would see the time freedom that would come that we're in
time
now.
Freedom.
But it wasn't
Take a drink.
instantaneous. I'm telling you right now, if you ever hear anybody say you can become rich overnight or you can be a success overnight, run the opposite way.
And if you ever hear anyone say that you can become rich in Monet, run the other way. You guys are hearing clips of what I'm going to obviously say.
Building the business to where it is today, so that we have the time freedom. But
Oh, someone's giving what?
In
this chat, someone's giving Pamela Pumpkin.
Getting into director, it was hard work and sacrifice, and it was time away. And I'll say this to the wives, for the husbands. Give your wife the time freedom that she needs to go and do a Meet Money, or to go and do a Super Saturday, or to go and prospect. But to the wives, don't take that relational equity and go and do a girls' night out, right?
You shut your mouth.
Just be real and honest with that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna say, "Hey, honey, I need you to take the kids tonight. I need you to make dinner tonight because I'm actually going to Meet Money to go and pour into my team." Or to prospect,
and to pour into my team. I'm going to pour into my
When I began
team.
to see that, I began to say, okay, I'm watching the homestead for tonight so that she can go out and work the business, because it is odd hours and it is social selling and it is different than what a normal.
But girls' night out is like shampooing your hair in your friend's kitchen
so it could
sink.
seem like a night out, it could seem like a girls' night out, but if it's truly not, and you're seeing the risk versus the reward on that, the sacrifice is totally worth it. So that's a little bit about how
the sacrifice. Please don't pour onto me. The sacrifice of spending time with my children. Oh, what a sacrifice. That is what she said, Michelle. Oh my gosh, guys, I love you
because
all.
it gave me a vision into what the company was really about, and the global vision and the global business that Connie was about to become a part of.
So pause here for a second. So this is he's going into
Thank
now,
you, Caitlin.
Well, what sets Monat apart then, especially if your wife has been a part of 3 companies that she failed at, or like, she's done all these things, because that's where he was at. It's like, okay, well, what's really going to be any different, right?
Yes, Lara.
This is what sets Monat apart, and we got that glimpse very early on.
Yeah. So a couple things. Nestor was there with me that day, and we're like looking around the room, and it's like we're counting the amount of those headphones that were passed out and handed out. It's like, are you serious? Like, what is going on here? This is crazy.
And once again, we see the value placed on tangible items.
And just sitting there having a conversation, and it's like, is this even real life? But just gave us a glimpse into the culture of how it was a family, and how the culture of the company is they invest back into the market. So what sets Monat apart, in my opinion, isn't just the innovation of products. It's not just the fact that they're always branching into these different networks, but it was the global vision. Right? It's not just here locally, it's a global vision. So your business is now going into a new country every year. Come on. No other company's doing that. But I think what really set it apart was the fact that they were giving 50% back of what their profits were selling shampoo back into the market.
You can bring it to me tomorrow, okay?
And for me, it was like, show me the money, and the money was shown. That's the real true investment back into the market partner. Of the hard work is actually worth the reward. And so just began to see that and began to see
thank you,
this
Erica.
sets them apart from any other company that we'd ever talked about or seen before. And then going on a trip for me,
closed
again,
circle.
was just so enlightening to see other
closed
couples,
system.
To see other men and women working the business. And the
Thanks,
true
Lara.
community that began
Lara,
to
I just want to say
build.
Lara, because I had a professor whose name was Lara. So
friendships that
Lara.
we value the most were found within Monat and going on trips. And so I would say this to the wives: if you want your husband to really be bought in,
Did y'all hear about that woman who was selling jars of farts on OnlyFans?
Passport trips and these incentive trips going to Vegas.
Yeah, those are giant hair clips,
take
right?
them on a trip and just begin to show them this is an inclusive community. It's not just all these small
Probably,
clips.
Duma.
Everybody's
He's going to want to
welcome.
socially
Everybody's
sell
invited to
anything.
join and become a
He
part
actually
of the
wants to make his own
family.
YouTube channel, and I laughed at him when he told me he wanted to do that, because I thought, like 2 years ago, I was like, nobody makes money doing
I
that.
was
That's
just going to end
dumb.
it, and then we'll pass it to Randy Megan with.
I didn't know. I was super uneducated.
When we started. Why are we more excited now for people who start than when we did?
Yeah.
Wait, she just said, why are we more excited for people to start now than when we started? Because people starting under you means that you make money.
And I think for us, it really began for us kind of this addictive thing of where we love to see others.
Should I start a jar of farts, MLM? Who do you think you are? Selling your jar of farts.
Buy a house and I want to all these things, but I think for us it's become really this idea of philanthropy. How can we give back? How can we be a part of bettering?
Farts contain fecal matter. Yeah, don't have cracked the crown test my fart jar.
I think that's what I get the most excited about, is seeing how this vision now taken globally is going to impact the world.
Oh my God, it's not going to impact the world, you dumb piece of used toilet plunger.
And that's the opportunity that Monat gives you. I love
Guaranteed. He's a pastor. If y'all haven't watched my Faith is a Muscle video where I react to a video of her and Brittany, she's toxic.
Everything you do, your marriage, your relationships.
Who's Dave Hollis? Should I know who that is? I can't really look anything up. I'm like on every possible platform that I have.
And an opportunity of a lifetime only exists within the lifetime of that opportunity. It means that these things will pass on. They'll pass on.
Sidebar, everybody. I just got off the phone with Roberta Blevins just a little bit ago. We're going to be doing some major fundraising, like legitimate fundraising, like through the anti-MLM community. So like keep your eyes open for that, okay? Because Roberta is like really pushing. She's becoming part of something. Oh, the Hollis girl. Yes. Girl, wash your face. Okay, I'm on board.
For what they need to become and for the goals, the vision, the purposes for their lives that they want to achieve. And now we get to be
guys, I'm just gonna go to like
I'm
just gonna go to Walmart and buy a whole bunch of mason jars and sell them saying there's farts in them.
Seize it now. The reward far outweighs the risk when it comes to starting a business digitally. And you're jumping in at just the right time. The water's warm, opening countries every year.
The water's warm. Come on in. Guys, only 12 of you have liked my live.
2022.
What the deuce?
Yeah.
Let me wait.
Feeling 2022.
Oh, God,
I'm not. That's another story. Okay.
I just
Megan and
really
Randy are
hate.
gonna wrap it up, you guys. We love them too so much. We have become actually really close friends because of Monique.
Oh,
He
so it's
is also
conditional.
the pastor that Phil worked for many moons ago. But I love their story so much.
Did you
because
retire him from
Megan
being
is
a
the complete
pastor?
opposite of me and Brady
Did
in
you
every
retire him
single
from
way, shape,
Jesus?
or form. And Randy
Yes, there's
is
one
me and Brady.
more
Does that make
man.
sense? So,
But as the
Megan and
picture
Randy,
showed,
love you
this
guys.
is
Take
the
it away.
mom of the Man of Monat. This is the mom. Did everyone see that picture? The mom of the Man of Monat.
There we go. Okay. First, I'm getting over.
Is she married to a Wahlberg? He looks like a Wahlberg, right?
So yeah, like she mentioned, this isn't like my jam per se. So I'm a huge introvert. So I'm sweating. And
Girl,
shaking
me
and
too.
that we're gonna do it. It's fine. But I'm excited for you to hear from him.
But you know what, Monet made you grow to get out of your comfort zone so that you can do challenging things like go live on Facebook.
Before she approached me to do this, and when she did, I literally was like, "What?" Connie just said, "I should."
Thank you, Erica. Oh my God, 33. You guys are amazing.
I thought it was the weirdest thing because before this, I hadn't worked out of the home in 9 years. Just my dream was to be a wife and a mom and bake
That's
and
great.
cook and do crafts with the kids and I
Okay.
homeschool. So
That's amazing. Do
why
that.
would I take on something else? So I literally thought, A, I don't have the personality because I'm an introvert. I'm not going to be having parties.
Well,
I'm not
being an
gonna talk to
introvert doesn't mean you don't
people
have a
about-
personality, but
and
you
I
might not
private
have a
social media,
personality.
so I just thought, well, that's like all the reasons why this wouldn't go anywhere. And then also I'm so busy, so I support him in full-time
There are
ministry.
239
and
people on this
homeschooling
Zoom,
3
but
kids.
I
My son's
easily
13,
sent
they
out
were
30
8
people
and a 3-year-old.
this link.
And I just was
easily.
in the thick of like
So I'm just saying.
busy mom life, right? Running errands, sports, all the things. But
Yes, he's a
my
pastor.
salary, just
Like,
so you
I'm
know,
sorry.
pastors aren't
There's a
like,
type of
you know, lawyer vibes
look that a
and
pastor
that.
has that I
But when you're
assume
college
you're
boy, it's
engaged
fine.
in
God's
something
always provided,
shady.
and we've always
And I
had
don't
more
mean
than
MLM.
enough, But
Sorry, am
Orange
I
County,
implying
we
something
just
really
moved back
awful?
to
Yes,
Tennessee,
I
and we had
am.
a 3rd kid now, and we were like, shoot, like this is hard. Rent is so expensive, gas is expensive, and sometimes at the end of a month it got really tight.
I'm
and it
afraid
was
if I
stressful.
roll my eyes
And
any
I remember
harder,
on,
they're
like,
going to get
holidays and
stuck in
stuff,
the back
so
of my
stressful.
head.
And I hated that. So I literally got into this, you guys, for
Maddie.
$200 extra so I could go to Trader Joe's and shop my heart out and not have to take in my calculator or my little list. I'm like, what if I could just go into Trader Joe's?
Okay,
and, like,
Emery, I think
just
it's
get what
funny,
I want?
unless Andrea
You know?
already
And
approved
just
your
being real,
comment,
like we needed
that
$200
Face
extra
or
would've
YouTube
been
did not hold
a
your
lot for us,
comment
and that was my
for
big goal. I remember
approval.
telling
I think
Connie,
that's
she's
hysterical.
like,
If you call
But,
someone a
like, why don't
douche,
we
they
do a
hold
little
your
bigger? I'm
comment.
like, that's a lot. $200 is a lot. So that's what I had my sights set on. And neither of us were skeptical of this industry. I had been watching Connie for a while, and more than anything, I trusted her. So if she saw something in this opportunity.
Well,
and
she's
she
a
saw
woman
something
of
in me
Jesus.
for this opportunity,
By the
I
way,
really did,
tomorrow
at the end of the day, wanna go
at
for it,
noon,
but
I
I
have a
had
video
fears and
dropping of Brooke
hesitations
Banks
why I
from
thought I
Lime
wouldn't be
Life
successful or
because she
holding me
calls
back.
me
And then
out.
Once I jumped in, I realized all that.
And she
didn't
talks
mean
about
anything.
Jesus.
But
So.
we prayed about it because we do everything as a team, and we.
No,
took
you
Connie
don't
to
realize
dinner,
kids are
and
expensive
I
until you've
asked her all
had
the
them.
questions, and Randy asked her
No,
all
no,
the
you
questions
didn't,
from
Andrea.
perspective.
I'm just saying, did you already approve it? Because it made it through and I didn't approve it. And I just think it's funny because they
But I remember
hold other
saying,
ones
like,
that are like
do you think
not
I could
nearly
really do
as
this? And why
off color
why?
as
Like,
that
how?
one.
And
No, I
when
don't
they
care.
explained it, we went home that night. I'm like, there is no reason I can't do this. And I sat on the fence for 5 months watching Connie. By the
See,
time I joined,
Lara
she
just put
already
up a
tried to
comment
have a
about
car going on
panties to
trips, and I'm
purrs,
like,
but cock a lot
I just should try
and
it,
erection
because even if I only make my investment
made it
back,
through.
then what's the big whoop?
YouTube's
And
weird.
So
We can talk about
put it
dicks,
on our
but don't
credit
talk
card
about
Also, we
vaginas.
had to really like pray about that. 'cause we
Jesus
didn't have
does
that
hate your
money to
MLM.
even
I believe
invest
that.
in. So it was $300. So my big goal was to make that back and then to just move forward and make $200 a month. God does wild things when you have some faith and you trust in the process. And I just jumped in full speed ahead and I saw the big picture, and that's why I just
This is all
my pedal
thanks
to
to
the metal.
God.
Like he was always supportive, probably a little bit wanting me to get on it before I even did. So let's hear from you.
Oh, I already covered them.
Yeah. So everything she
It's
said,
like it's already
and
coming
everything
out,
Phil said and everything that's
Michelle. So we should talk.
No, and again, I apologize
Like
about
I've
the
covered her
different,
twice now.
wrapping up this laryngitis here. I saw my radio kind of late
Do
night
you
talk
mean
show hosts.
COVID? Are you wrapping
So
up
as Megan
COVID?
mentioned, we're in ministry, and
Doesn't he
you
look
know,
like a
we
Wahlberg?
sign up for working for God, knowing that it doesn't pay off.
Faith
So that was a
manipulation.
sacrifice for us. And so
Jesus,
guys, what I wanted to
take
share
Monet.
kind of tonight, really with
Take
everyone
it
is
from
the things
my
that I
head.
saw. And,
'Cause I can't
and then
shampoo
now, 4 years into
on
it,
my
as I look back, the
own.
hindsight of it all. And so
I'm
the first thing for me
going
as we jumped
bold.
in was, you know, kind of that personal side. Megan being a stay-at-home mom and an introvert, she didn't have.
He does look like Wahlberg. Thank you, Maddie.
Of friends. She didn't want a big circle of friends. And so,
Cloning
you know,
MLM.
as parents, you know, especially with young kids,
They
it's
don't
so
believe in
easy for
COVID.
our
Come
identity to
on.
get
I
wrapped
know
up
they don't.
in our kids.
But he
And
has it. So
I
did Jesse
know
Lee.
that
Nobody can convince me that Jesse
she
Lee didn't have
needed something
COVID.
beyond that. And so when
Sorry, you can't
Connie
see.
brought this to us, and we saw that it was really such a low risk.
It's not a low
why not?
risk,
Now,
you
I'm an
piece
early
of
adopter in life
garbage.
in general, like, the new
Sorry.
things, bring it all on. I want it. I'm in for it. And so
I've had 2 drinks now,
again,
so
like
you're
Connie
getting
said, like, I get
unfiltered.
hyped about stuff, and so I was like, yeah, let's do this.
I'm gonna watch that
And so I was all in from the
man.
beginning.
Emery
Megan
got
said no at first,
censored
but I was
on
like,
a
let's do this. And so
eggplant.
we made
I'm
a pros and
gonna
cons
watch
list. And
that
so we literally
man
sat down with the
right
newspaper
out
and said,
of my
okay,
hair.
what are the pros of this
I'm
opportunity?
gonna
What are the
watch
cons
that
of it?
man
And
right
as we laid
out of
out the list, we
Monet.
saw,
I'm
man,
gonna
the
watch
pros
that
far
man
outweighed
right out of
the cons.
Monet.
And we
So
said
funny.
it would be dumb not to try this. And so we jumped in, and Megan started running with
Yes,
it, not knowing
just
what the
Jake,
heck she was
yes.
doing. And it was a journey. And you know,
I'm
she has
sickly.
grown
Yes.
in amazing ways. And one of the things as a
Okay,
husband,
Michelle, let's talk about
you
your
know,
Lyme Life shit.
being a
Yes.
pastor, we look at the scriptures. and
Guys,
we
there's
see
like
that God has
75 of
called
you
us as husband
combined
and wife
watching this right
here.
now. I am
And so
living.
when she stepped into this,
I
it
love you
wasn't
all so
just
much.
her.
This is
It was
amazing.
us doing this together. And
Make sure you like and
some
subscribe.
shape,
Smash
some
that
form.
like
So,
button.
guys, wherever you land on this, if you're married, you know, God has called you to support your spouse. And so how can you find that balance of supporting? And it looks different for everyone.
God
as
didn't
Connie
call
kinda
you to
mentioned.
support your spouse in a scale.
You know, some husbands, they're running reports and they're helping in the back office and they're, you know, writing notes or whatever. Other husbands are there, like Phil was talking about, learning how to cook dinner, learning how to order takeout, whatever that looks like.
Yo, if you didn't know how to cook
the
dinner before you got
involvement is
married,
different
my husband
for
cooks
every
dinner
couple,
all the time.
right? That's so
I haven't
important
cooked
because,
in 11
you know,
years.
you can't exist in a space where you're not.
I did make
wired
raviolis
to
today.
last. And so, you know, for me running reports, I
Frozen
can sure I can
raviolis.
help out in that, but that's not where I thrive. And so looking for ways to support Megan. In
You
the
gotta
meantime,
recruit
but
them
also
all.
looking at
Emery,
bigger picture,
that's
how can I support her with my gifts and with my talents? And so there are so many different ways that we can support our wives or girlfriends if you're a boyfriend on here hopping on watching this as well. But the biggest
Right.
thing is that we need
Did he
to
say learning how to order
If
takeout? Did I miss
we want
that?
them to be successful in this business, they need our support. They need our buy-in too, even if it's just saying, hey, honey, like, we're going to try this out.
We
and
need
let's
you to
take
get a
shot. Like Phil
vasectomy.
said, like, okay, well, here's some goals that we want to make. If we make that back, let's keep going with it. And so with the $300 investment, that was kind of our thing. Like, okay, let's make a couple $100 back. And that is great, whatever that looks like. And so our goal was never to make, you know, thousands of dollars a month, $1 million, you know, earner. It was a couple $100. And so
once I reached my goal, it became
Right.
less.
They're
How can we
just
help
trying to
others
double
do
their
that?
dollars.
And so we saw a shift, you know, and so the personal side of things, seeing Megan grow, that was what was really fueling for me, because she went from this introvert, small social media following, stay-at-home
She's
mom
still an
to
introvert.
building a team and working with others and building these friendships
Oh
that
God, I'm gonna
are so
gag.
much like her and so much like us as a couple.
Was this a
that
bad
we
idea?
disconnected.
Because I
And so
literally want to
it
like
shifted from about the $200 to this
punch
community, and then
things.
saying, okay, well, what can we do? How can we invite other people into this? Not for the money side of this, but for the community, for helping them out.
And
Maybe
now
it
you
is.
have your own community
Yeah.
in it,
Yeah, and
which
so
I love.
that was
That's
an
a
amazing
great-
component.
did
and
somebody put
really
that in
seeing
chat?
her grow and develop has been, you know, the biggest the biggest blessing for me. You know, the financial thing is great, absolutely, but the community of women that have come together, that we've made lifelong friends. And
hold on, I can't do this like this way.
Group chat called Tough Love, and Nestor's usually non-existent in it, but that's okay. But you know, we've built this. The guys, the Mo Men, we have built a community as well.
This is great,
so
but where'd it go?
It was us guys. You know, we just went to.
But can I suggest you
and
speak to some women who are in the lower or middle of the comp plan to get feedback from their husbands? I don't think many of us can relate to the amount of money you ladies are making.
And so I've really enjoyed that and watching Megan grow in those areas. And it's just been such a
who is this
opportunity for us that
this me?
Said no, had I not been supportive, we never would have gotten to where we are today.
Well, and honestly, I couldn't do what I do without your support. I mentally, you know, with all the kids,
is this me?
I couldn't do what I do without your support. So your spouse's support goes so far. Even just how many days in the beginning?
Yes, if you just click that link, stay here, stop listening to them, and read these comments. That was amazing. You got removed. Oh no! Andrea, you are the real MVP.
It's just.
And I think something that Phil said earlier is the sacrifice, right? The negotiation. That's what marriage is about. And you know, we look.
Oh my God! But Andrea, that means that somebody clicked the link. Whoever's moderating. Hi, Brittany. I can't wait to do a reaction to this recording. I'm so
really just dive into this together. And guys,
because you know,
there are so many different ways.
I have prettier hair than you because my hair is like a natural blonde, and yours like that ashy blonde that's like totally you think is in right now. But Roberta Blevins told me that my hair color is totally in right now. So yeah. B, she was kicked out because she put this live link into the chat.
Friends' houses for dinner, playing cornhole, whatever it is. Man, it's been an amazing opportunity.
Yes, they kicked her out.
I think it's worth the risk. It's worth trying. You know,
yes, my hair is prettier than Brittany Rose. I don't care what anyone says. Because you know why it's prettier? Because I don't spend hours a day doing it. This little look right here took me
and you know,
5 seconds.
It takes time, right? It takes investment. It takes you being willing to put in the work.
No hate on the moment call. No hate on the moment call.
We want our wives, our girlfriends to be successful. We have to be able to support
our
them
wives,
so that
our
they
girlfriends
can be great. Because it's not them in isolation. It affects you. It affects us. And so
yeah, when you're scamming people, you garbage.
Wasn't my dream job, but
there's the thing saying you don't need your husband's permission, but this guy's saying you can't do it without your husband. Right? No, I mean, if your husband tells you that something is a bad idea, listen to him. My husband, can you shut up for a second?
Everyone has their own doubts.
I want you guys to hear what they're saying, but hold on. I have a thing to say, so you'll stick around.
I think the support plays in too, because the business, it's not instant money. It takes time. And so having a support network.
It takes time to scam lots of people.
Putting the pedal to the metal, as you said, just keep going with it.
And out of booze, I need more gin.
You're gonna see the benefit. So, yeah, that's what I got for you.
I don't want to leave.
I have a coughing attack. So I'm super happy about that.
That was perfect, Randy. I love it. So good, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up, you guys. Britt, I want to ask you if you have anything that you wanted to just end with. Any last?
I missed so much of this, so I will be doing an actual reaction video sometime next week, so you can expect it. Where you at, Britty? Hey, pretty, Britty. Can't you see? Sometimes your reels just hypnotize me.
First off, you guys, this was so good.
So good.
Just yes. The men and a different perspective from my husband. From Phil and Randy. But I want to leave you with this. And Nestor had kind of shared our story a little bit, how he had mentioned, I had gone through.
Yes, Nikki Lynn, I'll drink for you. I'm out, but I got to go make more.
What people have said and whatnot. And I wanted to preface that when I was first getting into this business, you guys, before I had made the decision to join Monet, I had so many people in my ear telling me, it's not going to work. You're going to fail. This is not a good idea. This is a dumb idea. Like anything negative you could think of, that was what was being filled into my mind. And I was sharing this with him on the way home today and saying, it's so sad because there's people out there that is their sole mission to tell you, do not do this. Do not
Yes,
do this.
I
It
saw
is
that
not a
Corey
good
came to
thing, and it
YouTube.
will-
I'm
it
so
will
excited.
tear this
Everybody go
type of
subscribe to
industry down,
Corey.
you guys. But
Corey
I go,
Perry,
what
that
if-
anti-MLM
what
girl.
if I would've
Go
listened to
subscribe
them?
to her when we're done
I would
here.
have
Like,
never
don't leave me.
experienced all that I experienced.
But I love her.
We
When
would
she went on a
never
hiatus, I was so
experience
mad.
everything that we've experienced. And so tonight I want you to take
Lindsay,
a chance.
God bless you,
You
Lindsay
can
Levy.
hear everybody
God
say,
bless
well,
you.
statistically speaking, no one succeeds. But guess what? I succeeded. Connie succeeded. Megan succeeded.
Because you're in the
So many
1%.
people that succeed in this industry. So don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something.
Oh my
Give it a shot. Try something different.
Oh
and
my
take a
God, I
chance.
can't.
And that's the
I
only
can't.
way you're ever going to
She's
truly
so
know
dumb.
if this can do something for you.
Oh,
But I
sorry, I had to
thank
take my hair
the
out.
Lord each and every day that I didn't listen, because I'd rather have tried and failed, because then I would
Then
have
never
known.
have
But
tried.
if someone would have
Oh.
told me something and I listened and I never tried and I gave up on everything that the Lord has given me,
Megan, you don't have to be big enough
that
to do a
would have
collab
been
with me. I'll collab with you.
devastating. Absolutely devastating. So just take a
Devastating.
chance tonight, you guys. Ask yourself, what's really holding me back? What is really stopping me from pushing
I don't
that
know.
join now button?
Being a morally good
And assess
person.
that and figure it out. Write a pro and
Of
con
course they
list,
didn't go
just
over their
like
income
Megan
disclosure
Brady did.
statement.
That is so smart. And I was telling him,
The point of the
if you are
Zoom
really
was to
thinking
make people
business,
hear men
figure
so that
it
women
out.
can be like,
What
look,
are the
honey,
pros
these
and what are the
husbands said it's
cons? And
okay.
I'm telling you, there are
Because
so
I would have
many
done that. I'd have been
pros
like,
to this that
Jake,
it's
get in here and
silly
listen to
not to try.
this. But I need to talk
And
about
then,
Jake when
last but not
she's done
least,
yapping.
you guys, if you go, well,
You
this
guys.
is great. I'm
This
ready.
is great.
I wanna take a
I'm
chance.
ready. I want to take a
love
chance.
hearing your guys' stories. But now what? What does this look like? How do I do this? What you're going to do is you're going to get back to the market partner that sent you here first and foremost.
Which was
If
me.
you don't have one and you randomly found this call, you can connect with myself or Connie or Megan, and we can help you. But it is so simple. There is nothing really to this other than, once again, you get back with the
Guys,
market
please hit
partner
that like
and you
button.
pick out a
Smash
product pack.
it.
And there are
Smash the
so
like
many to
button.
choose from. So whatever you feel comfortable with, think about it. What is smart for you and your family? Pick that product pack. They send you a box full of amazing products, and now it's up to you. That's it. There are no fees. There are no
Yes.
quotas. There are no requirements.
You're a
There's
liar.
nothing
You're lying. You're lying. You're
other
lying.
than
You're
what you
lying.
require of yourself.
Oh
But
my God,
it's
you're
up to you to get one out of
lying.
this business. That's
She's
as
lying.
simple as it is. There's no catches, but that's what you want to start with. Okay, I'm interested.
You're
Go
lying.
back. Say, give me that link. I want to go look at the product packs.
Give me that.
I'm
Give me
gonna
that.
join,
Give me that
and
link.
then we're gonna go from there. There are so many trainings, so many resources. The community is built in.
Do you think right now
mentorship
he's
is
like,
built
oh my
in,
God,
you
she's
guys.
so hot when she's
And it
scamming
could
people?
just be
She's so
something
hot.
amazing
Look at
for
her
you. But
scamming
don't ever
people.
let
She's so
anyone tell
hot.
you it won't work. Because once again, I'm so thankful I didn't listen to all those people because it worked for me. And if it worked for me, why can't it work for you?
Maybe there's a
That's all I have
Monet
to
that'll
say.
fix this. What's
Thank you
this?
guys so much. I will get the recording out for you guys so you can share it. Thank you, Nestor.
Oh
Thank
my
you, Randy.
God, they're gonna send
Love you
this
guys.
out.
Bye.
Okay, real quick. Bye. Oh, I should have gone on there and been like, can't wait to do my reaction video. Okay, so real quick before you all go, don't go yet. Real quick. One of the things I wanted to like just comment on with this, notice call an attorney and divorce my hater of a husband. Okay, so one thing I just wanted to comment real quick before I go. And honestly, like, good for them. Here's where I will give them kudos. Let me fix my hair so I don't look like a complete and total catastrophe of a human. Kudos for them for actually keeping it under an hour, because honestly, I don't think I would have had the patience to deal like Jesse Lee does these 2-hour BS nonsense. Did the men even talk? Yeah, the men talked. I mean, it was all scripted. It was clearly. What I wanted to point out though, is that, and I've said this in a video before, I think somewhere, my husband was frustrated that like, he had told me that this was all a scam. He had said to me like, this is a scheme. This is a scam. Here, that way I can look at you with. This is a scheme. This is a scam. Like, it's not going to work. And I didn't listen to him. And he was like, it took strangers on the internet for you to get it. And I was, and once I explained to him that this culture did not let us, like, they literally said to me, my upline said to me, well, once the money starts rolling in, he'll come around. Just listen to us. They told me not to listen to him. They told me to quiet my cognitive dissonance and to listen to them. And so I was never going to like hear him. It didn't matter how many times. The only way I was going to view it was him not supporting me, even though he was trying to support me by getting me out of it. Right. So it took other women, other people on the internet, strangers, you beautiful people on the internet, for me to finally say like, oh my God, I'm in a scam. I'm being completely duped. It took that. And once he understood that the MLM was manipulating me to not trust my own husband, I think he got even more mad. But so that's what's happening here, right? They have manipulated their own husbands. Yes, sorry, I'm a child. First of all, what is happening here? So Cooterbug asked what MLM I was in. I started with Tupperware. And then I went on to Perfectly Posh. My upline is still in Perfectly Posh. She is genuinely an amazing human. I genuinely believe that she does not see it for what it is. And I hope one day she does, but I still love her with all my heart. But we don't really talk anymore. But yeah, Perfectly Posh. And the thing is that's frustrating was that I loved Perfectly Posh. Perfectly Posh was amazing with like their soaps were good. Their stuff was good. And that's like the bigger problem we see too, is that the products aren't always the problem. Yeah. Okay. So somebody asked me a question and their name is Cooterbug. Andrea, sorry. Cooterbug 20. I did say Cooterbug. So, but just to like give you guys a little background, over the course of 2 years, I was with Perfectly Posh. I sold $11,000 some in commissions. I earned in commission, okay, I sold $11,000 in sales. In commissions, I made about $3,000, but when I tallied up all of my orders, what I placed, I placed $3,000 or $4,000 in orders. So I lost $1,000 in money. Okay, so the whole thing is 100% a scam. There is no way. Bianca, you got kicked off? Okay, y'all need to like send me a message of what happened. But yes, so that's my point I wanted to say is that these women have convinced their men. I genuinely believe that even if I think these men are just like whatever, that they don't fully understand the payment structure. They don't get it. They do not get it at all. So you never heard of Perfectly Posh? That's fine. They're not that huge, honestly. I told them, so Bianca told them that they were in a cult and to call their dad, and she got booted. So anyhow, all right. So I'm going to go make another drink. I'm going to go spend time with my husband and my mother-in-law and her girlfriend. We do have a funeral tomorrow, so I will probably be pretty quiet tomorrow. My grandfather-in-law passed away on New Year's Day. We are in, dealing with all of that. But anyhow, I love you all. Please make sure, as a reminder, tomorrow at noon, I have a video dropping that is my reaction video to Brooke Banks calling me out, not by name, but she got really butthurt about me asking her if she was vaccinated. And then I will also be doing a reaction to this video. And if you join my fan club, the Barb fan club, I am releasing 2 videos that will be exclusive to the Barb fan club. I think the second tier, I don't know. One is going to be Barb making puppy chow and sharing the recipe with you. And the other one is going to be an exclusive music video parody that will be featuring another anti-MLM creator that will only be exclusive to, Megan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Megan. But that parody will be exclusive only to Barb super fan clubs. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you for supporting me so that I can keep making amazing content for you all. What the F is a fan club? Go to YouTube. There's a fan club on YouTube. YouTube told me I could do memberships. I don't know. I'm just trying to follow what YouTube tells me to do. YouTube, you're amazing. Instagram, you're amazing. I love you all. I'm going to head out of here. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you for being with me. And you all, remember, you're better than an MLM. Don't join an MLM. Bye.